DCM works. Just professional enough. It's really hard to say. Just professional enough. DCM works. Just professional enough to pay taxes. Keep that in. I want them to hear how hard that was. This is a struggle. Hey guys, David here. I'm going to keep it brief because it's really fucking hot in Brisbane. At the end of this episode, you're going to hear part one of our Patreon, what you're going to hear the first episode of our Patreon only show. Ben and I take a relationship test. It's very funny. There's more stuff on the way, so keep an eye out for that at the end of this episode. If you go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/DCMworks, and you donate more than $3 a month, you'll get access to all of our Patreon only shows. So if you enjoy it, make sure you do that. Otherwise, enjoy the episode. It was probably a song that reminded me of it, or I'd done an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice.
Writing is definitely an isolating thing.
From an outside perspective, that's weird as
It makes
fuck.
us look really mental.
But that is
because of what it kind of said about art.
I had fun in bits. There were fun bits.
we went and bought a value pack of straps.
Oh my god, we did. There is a big lesson here to learn about storytelling. Hey guys, welcome back to the Arthritis Podcast, official podcast of Digital and Creative Media Works. My name is David DCM, creative director, lead writer, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Ben.
Hi.
Do you like the little rhythm I had going there?
I mean, not really.
No.
It's kind of garbage.
Look, I didn't enjoy it either.
Speaking of things we didn't enjoy.
Oh, you did it. End of podcast. Podcasting's done. We've done it.
Right, see you
this week we're talking about the storytelling of Batman: The Killing Joke, the movie.
I want to talk.
It's like an hour long.
Fucking goddamn. This was less than the length of a Sherlock episode.
Yeah, and somehow worse.
Which
in
I didn't
every
think was
way.
possible after season 3 of Sherlock, but turns out you can do it. You can cram worse TV
Good
into
joke.
an hour than Stephen Moffat, and that's a fucking achievement.
That's impressive.
My god, this
We
was...
just talk about how half this film was unnecessary. Half this hour-long episode of Batman
Well, it would
could
have been
a
weird if they had
regular
a
episode of Batman.
30-second adaptation of a comic book that would have only run about 30 minutes if they run. Like,
It's almost as if they didn't have to do it at all.
It's almost as if it wasn't asking for an adaptation and it shouldn't have happened. But, okay, here's what I will say. Good, nice animations. Like, well animated.
Love them Batgirl titties. Love it.
I will say that was nice. Like, I'm not
fucking
against...
stupid.
I'm not against Batgirl titties. What I am
fucking
against...
hated it. It's
what
so
I am
dumb.
What I am against is... when they happened, why they happened, and that they happened.
And then just I was talking about this before, but just the logistics of everything in this film.
I mean,
Everything that happens before the final act of this film is just redonkulous.
redonkulous. The fact that they try and okay, so for anyone that doesn't know,
Spoilers.
no,
Batman dies.
No, I wasn't gonna do that. This doesn't.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. No one cares.
As always.
As always, no one gives a shit. It's a Batman thing based on a comic. No, I was gonna say what shits me off about this is they took a comic book which was really good for its time that is okay now, and they made it into a cartoon. But then they were like, how do we make this more? And
Can we make this matter?
they were like, what if we give Batgirl a villain that's kind of like the Joker but different and is going to act in the same way as
Yeah,
the Joker for
and then
Batgirl
is
as the Joker does for Batman, but then she's not going to learn anything because
She gets shot in the
she's
spine.
going to get shot in the spine, but not before she fucks a Batman.
God.
Like, what is happening, DC?
There's so much about just her portrayal in the first, because beyond the first, final half hour, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, where the actual comic book comes into, where it actually starts being the Killing Joke and not Batman and Batgirl, fucking Triple X Braz's porn parody.
I thought you were going to be like, Batman and Batgirl, Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage, and Batman and Batgirl.
But it's like, that whole first section is just, you're watching it and you're like, all right, cool, opens with no context. Okay, fine, it's Batman, like, sure. And you're like, all right, Batgirl doing stuff, cool.
Cool beans.
She's
Batgirling about.
And Batman,
He's Batmaning about as well.
and she's talking to her gay friend at the library. Fine.
Haven't we all?
Sure, yeah, we all have that gay friend at the library.
We do. That's why we keep him.
You know, she has relationship issues because she has
She has intimacy issues because at nighttime she goes out and dresses like a bat, so dating's hard.
yeah
like it's I get it.
yeah, and then she fucks the bat.
I gotta say,
She puts the bat dick inside of her.
you know at the start, you know how it starts with, she's like, I know this isn't the start you were expecting, whatever. I fucking laughed out loud because I was like, no, it's not, because you're not supposed to be the one narrating the story. What? I've never.
It's almost like it opened and it's like. It would have been better if it opened with her like on the floor twitching half naked, and it does that like riff take where it's just like, man, how did I end up in this situation?
How did I ever get here?
Yeah, it's like it all started 1 week ago. Goes back 1 week late. 1 week
It all started
earlier.
when I
God.
realized I had a crush on Batman.
Like it's the kind of thing where it's like it's so just like disconnected and not necessary. And I guess I don't know, they're trying to sort of start up the whole like new Batgirl thing where she's the fucking hacker fucking
Oracle.
yeah, whatever. I don't give
Wow.
a fuck.
Okay.
Like I get they're trying to set that up, but it's like either
no,
separate that from
But that isn't what the comic did. Okay, I want to.
No, it's not what the comic did at all.
And that wasn't what it was
That's
supposed
the
to do.
thing. That's the thing. That's why I'm like separate it, flesh it out a bit more, make her seem like less of just like being thirsty for the bat dick, and actually give her like a well-rounded character.
To be
Don't
fair, everyone wants
like
to fuck Bruce Wayne. If we're being
oh
real.
yeah, but like
Like-
don't have her pivotal moment be when the camera pans up and you just see her take her top off. Like, come on,
And
like
I-
give it
and
a
I-
bit more
and I get
like
that most-
tact than that.
And I get that most of your audience is teenage boys, but like be a little.
But also,
more...
they're on the top of like a building. Batman's in his suit. She's like pinning him to the floor. Like, what is he gonna do? Like, just be like, "Give me a sec. I have to take this entire suit off." Or does he have a little bat door on his
Well,
dick?
he fucks
Does he
up-
have a bat? He has the
What do you call it?
Batmobile
Yeah.
and then the Batmobile. Right?
Because
You
you know
know.
they both drive. You know, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know, you know what I'm saying.
God.
And you can ride them both. Okay, I'm here all week.
That's funny, dude. You should open that one.
Yeah, I should.
Ugh.
That should have been my fucking opening line for this episode.
She's like, "Oh yeah, let me ride the Batmobile." And he's like, "All right, just let me like call it up." Oh god, can you? Batman's like, he's like really socially inept and like
Really socially inept in this
completely
film.
fucking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's like on top of him, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm naked." He's like, "Yeah."
He's like,
What are you doing?
He's like, I am observant. I can see that.
love to imagine just like a completely asexual, just like socially inept Batman.
What are you
He's
doing?
like, what are you doing?
Oh god. Okay, now we're just making Batman jokes. I did want to talk. I did want to try and fix this film if we can. So here's what I propose.
Welcome to DCM movie maintenance.
DCM Works movie maintenance
with
where
Gabe
some
and the other
films
Gabe.
just need fixing.
Yep. Run credits. Intro.
This week
comic.
we're fixing the Batman, the killing the Joker. We
Yep.
kill the Joker.
Spoiler alert: he doesn't die in the film.
So but in the comic,
That's the thing that annoyed me the most. Actually,
You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, fixing the thing.
So here's what I think.
Step one: get rid of the first half.
Yeah. Well, I think
When you buy the DVD, it should just open and just have the comic inside it.
No,
And
even
you're like,
better.
oh sweet.
even better. Literally
That's it.
half the disc. Like half the disc is gone.
Yeah.
And they're like, sorry, the first half of the film wasn't good enough.
The entire thing should have just been the comic panels narrated by the voice actors, and just like
If they'd done like
animated.
well, because Watchmen has an animated comic book
yeah,
where it's like
sort of
they have a
intro.
word for it, but it's like an animatic.
It's like
comic.
kinematic.
Yeah, and it's awesome. If they
Yeah.
did that with the fucking Killing Joke,
do
I would.
that. It'd be great.
I'd watch that every night.
Because it would probably actually fully explain if the Joker dies in the end.
Well, but I don't even
Because you
think.
can get away with.
But the point of whether or not the Joker dies is not the point of the comic. The point of the comic is that if you push a man like Batman to his breaking point, he could literally do anything
Yeah.
at that breaking point. And that's the reason that the comics where Batman is pushed to his breaking point are interesting, right? That's why like we like The Dark Knight Returns.
Mm.
Because he's like old and tired and he comes back and the Joker's worse than ever and everyone's worse than ever and he has to be the Batman again, even though it's the last thing he wants, right?
I'm
So
gonna,
it's like
go home and rewatch all those films now and just realize.
yeah. Like
Because they're all on Netflix.
yeah, there's a lot of them.
Damn.
There's like a lot of really good stuff where it's like those moments where you take a character like Batman who has, well, there's a quote from Doctor Who that I think applies very broadly to like the Batman comics and why they're interesting, which is, good men don't have, what is it? Good men don't need rules, and now is not the time to find out why I have so many. And it's the same thing with Batman, right? there's this thing where it's like, oh, he's a good guy, he doesn't kill. But it's like, no, the truth is that he's an awful person. That's why he has to have rules. And whenever he does go off the chain and there's look at you,
Batman v Superman.
And when that happens, you get this weird thing where suddenly it's not interesting anymore. Because the interesting thing is the tension between Batman and wanting to like strangle the Joker and beat his face to a pulp until he stops breathing. And
he can't.
But he can't because he has those rules, and he has those rules because he isn't a good person.
Yeah.
The problem when you take those away is that then he's not interesting. So the reason that this comic is interesting is you have a Batman who is so on the fucking edge of doing some terrible shit that the minute you put him in a position where he outsmarts the Joker and he's there and he's got this option to kill him, it's like, well, it doesn't matter if he does or not, because the fact that you have a man who's prepared to do that means that even if he does or doesn't, it's not going to change the character.
Yeah.
Fundamentally for Batman, the fact that he considers strangling the Joker to death is almost the same as doing it. Because that's a big theme in a lot of the comics, is like, particularly in the Hush, the Batman Hush comics, where one of the big themes is Batman, like, it doesn't matter whether or not you actually kill someone. It's if you're trying to kill someone, that's as bad as killing someone.
Right.
Like moral, like Batman struggles with that. So that's kind of why I like the comic, like the Killing Joke comic, and that's why this film bothered me so much, is that it took away all the nuance from that and made it about Batgirl.
Yeah,
and that's not what it's about.
And even then, they had bits in Batgirl's sort of arc where she dealt with that whole, like, staring into the abyss, and like she had her abyss moment when she stared at some character that no one cares about because it's not the Joker. And it's like, it's the kind of thing where it's just like, we get you trying to like, emulate it, almost set up the Killing Joke with this Batgirl stuff. But like, I don't even fucking remember the name of the mob boss person that they were going after. I just know he was like a pretty boy.
He was like a 2-bit character that they grabbed from some other continuity that they shoved in.
Yeah,
That
and they
wasn't
were
even
like,
in the comic.
and she like beats him to a pulp because he was just like a little bit snarky, and you're like, but why? Like, who cares?
But I felt like that with most of the first half. So the question is, could we get a first half that would work? And I think the answer is yes. But what you do instead of
you just get rid of Batgirl.
no, well, because I think fundamentally they wanted to have the story be about Batgirl, which I disagree with. So what I think you make
don't put the Killing Joke on the end of it. Yeah,
exactly. So I think if we're gonna do that, we make Bruce Wayne the main character. Not Batman, but Bruce Wayne the main character.
Sure.
And we follow Bruce trying to deal with the fact that he's got Batgirl who is now indoctrinated into his world and is like infatuated with him. Not just the fact that she's trying to get on his dick, but the fact that like she wants to be part of his world, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the real struggle for him, is he knows the Joker's out there and Joker's going to be a bother.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't want to see this girl become this like fucking monster that I am. And you kind of deal with the tension there where his unwillingness to let her fully become part of his world is in the end what gets her paralyzed, right? Because he won't let her completely come into his world. He won't train her to the full extent he could. That's why she gets paralyzed.
Yeah.
Ultimately. So really the tension there is he's pushing her away and he's like, I'm not going to make you into a soldier like I am, because that's not what I want for you. Because he's trying to protect her, right? But in doing that, he has to realize, like, his redemption arc has to, well, not redemption, but his arc has to be that he then comes to realize that truly the only way to protect her, because she wants to be involved, would have been to train her properly.
Yeah.
And then you can do some really interesting stuff, which they do in the comics with that story arc, where then when you get like Damian, the next Robin, one of the Robins that precedes, where Batman makes him into nothing but a soldier, and the opposite happens. So I really like the idea of, if you were gonna rewrite this, that's how you do it. You would take it and you have it be about Bruce Wayne, kind of like the Xavier and the X-Men problem, where it's like Xavier and the X-Men Apocalypse, which is the God's worst film. But in that film, the real struggle for
Has some good bits.
The real struggle for Xavier in that film should be, and kind of is, but isn't, should be, I don't want to militarize my school students, but if I don't, they're going to get hurt and I'm not going to be able to protect them.
Yeah.
So that's really what you want for Batman, is you want to like construct this narrative where it's like, I want to protect Batgirl from becoming the monster that I am, but the only way to protect her is to make her into the same thing that I am. And that is where you would then have the turning point of the film would be when, if you want to keep the sex scene in, because I guess I don't.
No, just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off. It's so dumb and so logistically stupid. It doesn't need to be there.
Batman does fuck a lot of people wearing the mask.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest. Just in the history of Batman.
But it's like, I don't know. It's that's the one. Nice
throw from David.
That's like the one bit that just annoyed me the most. Was it came out of so left field. She's like giving back the outfit. I was like, all right, cool. This is like, it's the badge. She's handing the badge in and the gun.
Yeah, exactly. That's
and
exactly
then
what that
and then
was.
they fuck, and you're like,
It's so
weird. It's just so weird. It's such a juxtaposition to like, And you expect that scene to end a certain way, and it's like, oh, it ended a different way. It's like,
Doesn't
yeah,
make
but
it
it
good.
ended worse. Like,
So
it ended...
okay, well, okay, so let's have it such that in our version of it, so we've got that tension for Bruce Wayne, and he finally convinces her, or she's finally convinced to then hand in the badge and gun, right?
Right.
So she comes up and she's like, "Here is the costume."
Here's the fucking gimp suit you made me wear, you fucking freak.
So how do we then transition from that to what did you just do?
Nothing, don't worry.
Do you nearly knock your microphone over?
No, of course
Please
not.
stop playing with the metal thing that makes noise in the microphone. Every fucking episode. So how do we resolve that scene? Because what we need is for them to leave with not tension, but for it.
I don't know, have them fight, but literally as soon as she's like on top of him, have her like push away and walk off. Better, instantly. Like she's pissed off. Like, they got into a tussle and then she's like on top of him, and there's that like moment where you're like, oh, it's gonna turn real dumb, but then she's like, nah, and bounces.
Maybe better.
And you have a bit where you can hold on Batman where he's kind of like, damn, I wanted some pussy.
Well, nah, but he kind of, I think that would conflict with the kind of
What, asexual
his-
Batman?
No, I just think his arc, right? So maybe what it is that they have a tussle, and she pins him down, and she's like, see, like, because it's like her show of like, I'm actually as good as you are.
Sure,
And
yeah.
he just goes, well, if you think so, and then he just fucking like flips her over and smacks her down. He's like, you are not me. Don't try to be me. And
Yeah,
then he walks.
and then
away.
he walks off. Like, you don't, like...
And you show that he let her win to demonstrate that he's still dominant and to demonstrate that he doesn't want her to be what he is.
Yeah.
And then you have him walk away, and then when she does get paralyzed, he's gonna feel fucking awful because he could
Yeah.
have taught her
He's
to
gonna
be
be like, yeah.
better. And
It's
then
just-
there's
that's-
your arc, and then you have a Batman who, at the end, when he's broken, he knows it's his fault that she got paralyzed because he didn't teach her, not because he fucked her.
And then you don't have to have the Batman Batgirl titties.
Thank you.
It's great.
Yes,
So much
We've
better.
done it. We fixed.
Congratulations, Warner Brothers. I think.
I'll send you a spec script, Warner Brothers. You can fucking thank us later. I think it's
Yeah,
just DC. I don't
DC.
think
I
it's
think. Yeah, I don't know. Warner
Um,
Brothers have the movies. Yeah.
It's not that hard to fix. And what you can then do too is you can introduce the complication of. See, I would make this if I was going to do it properly, I'd make this a full length film. And I
Yeah,
would
it needs to be an
have-
hour and a half. Like, hour is, you either have half an hour or you have an hour and a half. Having 1 hour is like, it ends and you're like, oh, okay.
Get rid of the gay best friend in the library. Bring in Jim Gordon as the other main
shit, the
character because he's
gay
both
best friend.
he's both her father and Batman's contact that eventually gets kidnapped in the end that is threatened.
Yeah,
So
that's an interesting triangle.
Bring him in early.
Have him more often.
And the conflict of her trying to lie to him and then Batman interacting with Jim Gordon and telling them both different things and playing them off each other.
Yeah.
And that's some really interesting dynamics there, but instead, he's not in it until he needs to be.
Which
which
is
is
annoying. Yeah,
infuriating.
when it was the kind of thing where I hadn't read the comic until after I saw it because I was like, oh, I watched it. I was like, oh, that was cool. And then I read the comic, realized
Like,
it was garbage.
oh.
Yeah, but like the only real exposure I had to it was a while ago when they had that alternate comic cover for the Killing Joke, which had Batwoman and Batgirl, whatever, and the Joker, and he's like holding her at knife point.
Right.
And that
yes.
got everyone like freaked out at that because they were like, "Oh, this is sexist and shit." And I think the guy who wrote it was like, "Well, no, it's what happens." Like,
Yeah. He's like, have you read the story?
he's holding her at gunpoint or something. I think it's making more sense. But it's like, I was like, "Oh, so like."
Didn't they make him redraw it where instead of cowering, she was like standing up to him when he had her at gunpoint or something?
Yeah, it was like because at first she was like terrified and like bloodied.
I gotta be honest, guys. Guns are scary. You're allowed to cower if
Yeah,
there's a gun.
there was the kind of thing where they were like, "Oh, she's meant to be strong," and you're like, "But you don't understand. This is the Killing Joke."
Yeah, it's the comic where literally the Bat and Batgirl get broken. That's the
yeah,
whole point of
like
the
it's
comic.
it's kind of
It's a turning point in their history.
yeah. And
Fucking goddamn, I hate.
it's like
being
my own
told.
exposure was just like, oh, like she's super important, like to the story,
Yeah,
and like
very
she
much
is.
so.
But then like watching it, and it's just like, oh, in the film they just throw her around like a sack of potatoes with tits.
Yep.
Cool. And there's a gay best friend. Cool.
Cool. It was funny. It felt like it's difficult.
Is he in like anything else?
No, they just amended it for the film.
Oh, that's good. That makes it
Well,
even better.
See, well, here's what it is. It felt like they were self-aware that this was going to be portrayed as being sexist. So they were like, put in a progressive gay best friend.
yeah,
That'll
it's-
fix it, even though that's a stereotype in
It's
and of itself.
2016. Gay characters exist, and you're like, fine. But like, she's like talking about. She only talks about like her relationship issues with the gay best friend, and the only thing he talks about is like how it's never this
Okay,
feisty, and the
so-
gay it's more feisty
Yeah,
than the gay
so-
community. It's
okay.
like fuck off.
So here's what we do, right? So we have her being stressed about her relationship with Batman because she does She's infatuated with him.
Yeah.
But she goes to her dad because that's what
'Cause that-
fucking kids do.
Yeah.
And she's like, "There's this guy I like, and it's really
From
complicated for these
yoga.
reasons."
Keep the yoga joke. That's fine.
It's fine.
That's funny. Just don't tell
And
it
Jim
to the
Gordon
gay
would
guy.
be really awkward about it because he doesn't know
Yeah.
anything about yoga, right?
Yeah.
And it would be this really fun thing
So
where
he'd be like,
and
well,
she's-
can't
she's
you
like-
just go to a different yoga
and
class?
she-
You'd be
she's
like,
like-
there are no yoga
she's like,
classes.
"There aren't any
He's
others,"
like,
and he's
yeah.
like my mentor, but at the same time, I have these feelings for, and you can have the really interesting dynamic there where it's that triangle that you get to play off, and then when Batman's interacting with Jim Gordon. Oh, like there's so much you could do with those relationships that would create
Yeah.
such dramatic tension. And then by the end of it, when she is paralyzed and Batman is broken and Jim Gordon is tortured, there are consequences for all of them because they're all intertwined in this story. And you would have stakes. You would care. You'd be like, oh, fuck, Jim Gordon's getting messed around. He was like really trying to be
Yeah.
supportive of his daughter.
Because when he gets captured, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I haven't seen him this entire film.
And you'd be stressed also for, like, because you could have a kind of thing where Stephen King says a lot that character is revealed not through what someone says, but the difference between what someone says and what they do. So what you could do is you can have the character of Batman portrayed by what he says to Jim Gordon and what he says to Barbara and what he actually does.
yeah.
And he might betray Barbara more than he betrays Jim Gordon, but he might lie. You know, you can kind of like play that off each other where you kind of get the sense that they both think they know him, but they're both wrong. And he's been lying to them both a bit. And then at the end, when he is broken and she's hurt and he's tortured, it's really Batman's fault for not trusting his friends to actually help him and support him.
Yeah.
And it's his fault for not trusting Barbara to be strong enough to become something like he is. And it's his fault for not wanting to militarize her to protect her for why she's gotten hurt. And it's his fault for not telling Jim Gordon the whole truth as to why Jim Gordon got hurt. And then you have
It's all his fault.
consequences.
It's all your fault, Batman.
And then you have you don't redeem him at the end.
Yeah.
He goes up to Joker and he fucking tries to kill him.
yeah.
And then in one of the best
That's the annoying thing is that they don't do shit all with that at the end of the movie. They don't pull any of the same kind of like it's not nearly like when I finished the thing I was like, "Oh, Batman's laughing." Sure. Cool. But then
That
when
was
I read
odd.
the comic, I was like, "Oh, they were trying to imply that?" Like
it's kind of awkward. the
yeah,
way they
it's like
do
it doesn't work at all. Like
Yeah.
actually doesn't work. You don't realize like there's no he's not like even touching him in the last frame that you really see them in the
The way that you fix that is you have the carnival be on a cliff, and at the very end, Batman picks Joker up by the neck and holds him out over the cliff. And the Joker starts laughing. He's just told the joke, and he picks him up and he holds him out. And they're both laughing, and then it kind of like fades to black, and you can just hear Batman laughing and Joker not
Yeah.
laughing. And then you don't know if he let go or choked him, but it doesn't matter because that's not the point.
yeah.
If you really want to have that dumb ending, you
And
can
that's-
have it.
Yeah, and it's the kind. It's I don't know. For me, it's there's you can see the sort of what someone was trying to do with a source material. If you compare things like that,
Like a
that are
media,
so vastly different when they
It works in a comic book media.
Yeah, but when they try to translate it to the film, they kind of they were trying to be so like accurate to the comic strip. There's it's shot for shot. It's basically the comic.
But
the last
comic
bit.
books aren't cartoons.
Yeah, but then
That's the biggest problem.
It causes the issue where they're like, they didn't try. You didn't try, guys. You didn't try.
Well, I know, but they tried for the wrong thing, is what they did. Is they were like, we're going to preserve it instead of what
Batgirl
you do.
titties.
Instead of what you do is make a good film.
Oh, it's just
You
it's-
make a good film.
yeah.
like-
you make it an hour and a half long.
Oh, it
please.
just it shits. I hate it when content creators go, well, we can't portray the source material. Let's do it beat for beat, but it doesn't work because it's not a fucking comic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why Thor: Dark World was so bad. Don't do it.
Wait,
beat
there's a new Thor?
No, the old one, with the Thor 2.
I
No
do
one
not-
remembers Thor 2. It's fine.
I don't remember it at all. Is that the one with the Rainbow Bridge? Or was that Thor one?
Oh, that was one. Thor 2
Right.
is with the guy that has darkness powers and the world ends or whatever. No one remembers.
No, is that the one with like the red
Yep.
Infinity Stone?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Maybe.
I saw that in cinemas.
No,
I don't
I
remember
didn't.
it at all.
The only thing I see in cinemas now is stuff we see for the show.
Shout outs,
Um,
we don't watch much in cinemas.
No, but I don't know. I just really wanted this to be good because there are some really good Batman cartoons. Batman and Robin, the cartoon. Oh, sorry, Robin, son of Batman, or
Batman 2000 is definitely the
I
best
think it's
adaptation.
called Robin, son of Batman. I can't think what it's called. There's a new one on
Robin, son of-
Netflix. It's really good.
Son of Mask 2.
No, but Batman 2000 is great. But it's
no, it's not. Okay, no, I love Batman 2000,
Yeah.
but it's not good.
but
it's garbage.
but it's one of those things where Batman the animated series is the definitive adaptation.
It is, yeah.
For the right reasons. And there's a Captain Christian video on why it works, and I recommend you go check it out. If you YouTube Captain Christian with K's on both, so Captain Christian.
It's like Captain Crunch.
Exactly.
Except not, because that's with
not
C.
because that's cereal also.
It's with C.
And watch, he has a video, it's on the Batman the Animated Series, and he perfectly summarizes why that adaptation works. And it's because they didn't just copy the source material, they adapted it in a way that was interesting and meant that the show had its own character and feeling. And the problem with this adaptation is, whilst it does tell a Batman story, it has no character of its own. There's no animation style of its own. There's no flavor of its own. It's just a retelling with a tacked on first half that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, there's nothing particularly like engaging about it.
Think of everything. Think of every adaptation you've seen that works, and it works because they've taken a risk. Think of Logan, right? Logan works because they took a fucking risk.
Oh,
they took a crazy risk.
Yeah.
They were like, let's make a crazy Wolverine film that is dark and depressing, and everyone is
They say
dirty
fuck a lot.
and filthy, and everyone says fuck, and there's people getting stabbed in the head, and it's gonna be harrowing.
Yeah.
They took a risk, and it worked. The first Captain America works because they took a fucking risk. Adaptations only work if you look at the source material, understand why it works, and then, think of The Dark Knight. An amazing film because they took a risk and they made a superhero film like no one had done.
They looked at Batman Begins and they thought, nah, it sucks.
Well, they went, how do we improve on that? And the answer is we need to change the formula. We need to step our game up, and we need to do something interesting.
And we need the Joker.
And we need Chris Nolan to really punch up what he's doing. And the truth is that everyone in that film, if you go back and watch interviews from that film, everyone on the film, working on the film, they're excited, they're engaged. They have the sense that it's something that's working.
Except for Heath Ledger, because he's dead.
Well, that was unrelated to the film. That just happened at the same time. He's dead now, though, so you can't really ask him about it.
No.
No, look,
real shame.
I'm just disappointed. I don't know. I love Batman, and I always have, and I hate it when I see something bad that they've made of that. And I just wanted this to be... this is mediocre, and it could have been great.
Yeah, I don't have that much of a connection with Batman as you do, because I'm not a fucking weird person.
Go fuck yourself, mate.
But just watching this, it was a case where I finished it and, I was like, yeah, cool, it was all right. But then going and reading the source material pissed me off. Because I was like, man, you guys fucked up.
You can see why fans were so mad.
Yeah, and I can't imagine having to, it's the kind of thing where, at least I was enjoying my time for the hour it was going. I was sitting there with, chips or something. I don't know, corn thins. I was eating something. I think I was eating hummus and corn thins.
I've got to be honest with you. I love a good watching a film, having a snack and a beer.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that
best.
much.
So I was having a good time, and I was finished. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then I was like, oh, let's read the comic because it's based off the comic. And I was like, man, that film I just watched really did suck dick.
The best analogy I have for this, and I think this will be a good place to end. The best analogy I have for this film is you have like a 1-year-old. And they're asleep.
Sure.
They're asleep in the next room, and it's you and your wife sitting watching TV, or you and your husband sitting watching TV, having a cuddle watching a film. And there's an hour left on the film, and on the baby monitor you can hear the baby kind of rasping or whatever. And you're like, I might just go check on the kid, and she's like, no, there's an hour left. He'll be fine. Don't go, because if you go now and he is dead, then we're gonna be sad for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
So we might as well watch the rest of the film. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might as well watch the rest
Might
of the film.
watch the rest of the film because
your life is going to be ruined when you see the source material.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I guess we both...
I guess if you have seen the source material, get some Batgirl titties. Go onto Google, type in Batgirl titties.
Dude, just go Batgirl Rule 34.
Yeah, just get this one. Just real, it's we say Batgirl titties. It's more like Batgirl fucking maternity bra.
Yeah,
it's really not flattering in the slightest.
No, but if you want to see this but better, just go play Arkham Asylum
or any of the Batman games.
Arkham City.
Go watch Batman 2000. It's a good film.
Don't do that. Look, Ben.
It's got Arnie. My favorite actor.
He's a worry. Have you seen him lately? I'm worried about him. He looks a bit...
He looks like he's just drugged up on everything possible.
I'm really worried about him. Look, we've got some stuff coming up that we're doing that I wanted to kind of touch on. We got some Patreon only stuff that we're cooking in the pot. What?
Filler content.
In what way?
Because we have 3 minutes left.
That's not how these work. We have episodes that are 20 minutes. Look, we got some Patreon only stuff cooking up. We'll put a preview of some of that at some point. Maybe it'll go this episode, maybe the next one.
Snicker peck.
So you get a little snicker picker. And if you donate at any level, so if you're $1 or if you're $50, doesn't matter, you'll get access to the Patreon only content, and there will be some stuff that will be for the higher tiers.
Congratulations!
So thanks as always to Jordan, currently one of our top Patreons.
Thanks, fam.
And as always, Ben, where can people find us? It's that time of the week.
YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube.com/DCMWorks. Facebook, DCMWorks Social.
Twitter.
At DCM_Works. Patreon. If patreon.com/DCMWorks, you can get access to that exclusive content.
Redbubble.
Yeah, Rebel.
.com/people/DCM.
All those links are in the
Google
show
Plus.
notes. Don't
Dot
go to
com.
Google Plus.
/ we're not actually on
Yeah,
Google
don't
Plus.
do Google Plus. And as always, Ben, this episode is powered and brought to you and delivered to your ear holes from DigitalOcean, floated to you on a rafter of goodness
That's real gross.
by DigitalOcean into your ears. You're going to get an ear infection. Wipe that shit out. Go to dcm.works/ocean. You get $10 of credit. They're a server hosting service.
People.
I keep saying that. It doesn't. I need to find a different way of saying. They're a server hosting company. That's better.
Hey.
They're great. We use them for our podcast. They host our website and our podcast. They're really, really good customer support. Really friendly guys. It's dcm.works/ocean. You get $10 of credit, and it means that I can afford to eat. And
that's
that's
good.
good. Yeah. So anyone that says I'm selling out, that's correct because I need to eat food.
Because
So.
food isn't free.
Also, if we were going to sell out, we would shave our beards and be clean YouTube people that play kids games or open like Lego or something. So,
one day.
So there it is.
It'll happen.
Look, Ben, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I'm glad that it's over with. If you want to tweet at us, tell us what you thought of the Killing Joke at DCM_Works. But otherwise, I'm at DCM I Hate Pie.
I'm at Literal Citrus.
And we'll see you guys next week.
I'm getting the other cider.
It was probably a song that reminded me of it, or I'd done an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice.
Writing is definitely an isolating thing.
From an outside perspective, that's weird as
It makes
fuck.
us look really mental.
But that is
Because of what it kind of said about art.
I had fun in bits. There were fun bits.
We went and bought a value pack of Strepsils.
Oh my god, we did. There's a big lesson here to learn about storytelling.
DCM works. We forgot when we started being ironic, and now we just kind of are. But I don't know if being ironic in that way makes us not ironic anymore. Like I don't know how far it takes until you get full circle. If we're being real, I feel like we are ironic still, but maybe we're like post ironic. I don't know anymore. Hey guys, welcome to the very first episode of the Patreon only, a show open
Thing.
to suggestion. My name is David.
Hi.
That's
I'm Ben.
Yeah. We didn't really rehearse this at all.
We
This
haven't
is
planned
our
this
real
at all.
test screening. Now look, this show is going to be a mixture of some serious stuff, some fun stuff, and more just behind the scenes of us catching up and chatting
Yeah,
and
this is the comfy cast.
shooting the shit. It's a comfy one. We're in comfy chairs.
Yeah.
That's the difference between this
Got
and
our feet up.
In AFA, we sit in desk chairs. In this, we've got our feet up.
Yeah.
We
Got,
have-
got our booze.
It's
We
gonna
always
be-
have booze.
we
not
always
really
do.
a difference between.
But it sounds like it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So this is going to be a podcast where we'll do one every few weeks, maybe,
Yeah.
where we just sit down and it's more
Just have
about
a
us
chat.
and we just have a chat. It's
have a
less
good old
pressure.
gander.
There's no, we'll get.
There's no editing. There's no mixing at all. This will sound
Yeah.
like shit.
Well, we have a
Um,
program that automatically mixes, so it will be mixed.
Consistently lazy. That's
Exactly.
what we pride ourselves on.
That should have been the name of the show. Too late now.
Consistently.
Damn it.
Or just go back in and spice in
Edit
consistently lazy. Just put that in.
That,
podcast
that
name.
sounds like editing, is what
Yeah.
that sounds like.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, we're just gonna hang out to do, bit of the behind the scenes gaff and the goof. We're gonna pick a different topic each week. This week it's relationship and our relationship.
Oh, our budding little
Yeah.
gay
So
fest
as
over
everyone
here.
knows, we hate each other. So what I thought we'd do, as all people that hate each other do, is we would do a couples test.
Yeah, like an official.
Now
We're
I need to
married
get
for
you some,
10 years.
I need to get you some paper.
Oh god, I need to write things down.
I need to keep score.
Oh, okay. So you need to write things
Mine,
down.
and then you'll keep score of yours when you do it. Because
Okay,
the goal
sure.
is to test who knows the other person better.
Oh, so this is a competition, actually.
Well,
this
kind-
isn't a test at all. This
Yeah.
is,
So there's 20 questions, and whoever. So I ask you the question
And
about
I-
me,
Oh, so I have to sort of figure out what ones of
and if
you
it's
I get
right, I'll give you a point.
Oh, it's like one of these things.
So the
yeah.
maximum points you can get is 20. So whoever gets more points is the better
I'm
of
gonna go
the
like
couple.
3, dude.
I don't know anything about you. I'll
Yeah,
be
I don't
honest.
know you at all, man.
I don't. I
This
don't,
isn't a relationship test. This is just like how much do you talk about like your personal
I
life?
don't.
Which the answer to that is not at all.
I A don't know you, and B don't care to know you.
Yeah.
And also you tell me stuff and I forget it immediately. So I don't know how this is gonna go.
It's the old double whammy.
But I thought that was where we'd start, and then there'll be episodes where we'll talk about a specific topic.
We can take this in like a year and see how much we've progressed as a couple,
That's a really good idea.
and if we still hate each other
That's
or
a
not.
really good idea, Ben. so that was kind of that was my concept for the show, and it'll kind of probably evolve. And if you are a
Become
Patreon,
less shit.
yeah, you can sling us some. That's not true. You can sling us some ideas of stuff that you might want to hear us talk about.
Yeah, this is open to what is it?
open to suggestions. So
Right,
the idea
yeah.
being that you could give us some ideas.
We're open to suggestions.
I did
you know,
think-
we'll take it in the butt once or twice.
Okay. Well,
We're open to suggestions.
we won't. But I'm maybe with like a pinky finger, just like around
Right.
the edge or whatever.
Yeah.
But like what I'm,
Just
what I'm
like a DJ, just like spinning
Yeah.
the disc. Yeah.
man, you got to drop those
like,
decks, bro. I don't feel like you appreciated my Dex joke as much as you could have.
No, I didn't pay attention to it at
That's
all, actually.
fine. Just like we don't pay attention to each other's lives, which is what I'm really stressed
Which is why
about.
this is going to be very fun.
My anxiety. Okay, worst case scenario. Actually, best case scenario, we get them all wrong, and we
right,
learn.
worst
what-
case scenario, we get them all wrong and we insult each other the entire way.
That's gonna
through.
happen anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
let's
yeah.
go. So-
well, I wanted to. I mean, before we get like way
Into the meat and potatoes.
balls. Yeah, the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
My meat and potatoes or your meat and potatoes?
I'm the meat, you're the potatoes.
Wait, does that mean what I think it means? Is that like a dick and balls thing, or is that just like
I don't know. That would be like sausage and hams.
So, and hams?
I don't know. Hams are kind of circular. That's what I call.
Wait.
That's what I call hamburgers. Steamed hams.
Why is a ham circular?
ham is circular?
Well, oh, you're not
Like
buying shaved ham. You're buying like a Christmas ham.
Shaved ham is circular. Like the shit you get from Coles, like
Oh.
leg ham. That stuff's circular.
Oh, so you've got two of those. and
Let's
those-
continue. Let's
those
go.
are balls.
Let's go past this.
You really lost me there.
It's just like
um,
sausage and meatballs.
Let's just go straight in then.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, if you want to suggest anything, just leave it in the comments of this episode
Or
in the
tweet us
Patreon.
at DCM_works.
Yeah, and if you just hashtag it OTS, open suggestion, we'll
yeah.
we'll
or
know that it's
just
that.
hashtag it with OTS. I was trying to think of
Yeah,
something. I
you
really couldn't.
really good job, buddy. So question 1: name 2 of my closest friends.
Oh.
This is hard.
Ben.
Mhm.
I mean, Ben's one of them.
Then,
you don't.
Then it
thing is-
gets hard.
Thing is, you don't have friends. Yeah.
Yeah, now you're
I
in a
mean,
pickle.
does like the person you're dating count?
No.
Technically, I was gonna say because I don't remember her name either.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Cheating.
I was kind
So
of
you got one. Really, you got
Um,
nothing else.
No, I'm trying to think of
Well,
like
it's
who.
hard because the other closest friend I had disappeared. So that's annoying.
Well, I guess Liam. I guess
Well, that doesn't count because he's gone.
yeah, because he's disappeared.
So that doesn't count.
Is this gonna be the thing where like all these names is gonna get bleeped out because it's like,
It's Patreon only.
That's
It's not
fine.
that many people are going to hear it.
I don't want to say Dave because I know you hate Dave.
I don't hate Dave. This would be great where you could like sling accusations at me.
Who's bloody fucking advisory boy?
Oh, James.
James, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Throwing it out there.
I'll give you half a point for
All
that.
right.
I'll give you half
Okay.
a point.
Because I got the first one, like sort of
I can't,
you know, guaranteed.
I can't score half a point, so I'm just giving you a point. I'm going to tally it up. Is that a point? So
All right, you
give
can't do half a tally.
Question 2. Yeah, no, that's fair. I would probably say, I guess you and James.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm touched, dude.
Well.
Don't worry, you're not on my
That's
list.
good. What is my favorite musical group or composer or instrument? What is my favorite?
or
What is my favorite musical group or composer or instrument? In my case, it's going to be musical. Group.
musical group.
So like band or artist.
I mean Hilltop Hoods, right?
No.
No. I mean classically favorite, right?
I like Hilltop, but they're not my favorite.
Who's that like? Is it that like lesbian fucking punk band out of
Camp
Melbourne?
Cope?
Camp Cope?
No. my all-time... see, this is difficult because I didn't have one in mind when I asked you this. 'cause
Yeah,
just the
it's probably
question on the
important
list.
to know the answer
Um,
yourself.
It's probably Harsha, I would think.
Oh yeah, I should have
Yeah,
said
we
that.
also
You're
said
literally
before.
listening to it before.
So you're not getting a point
and you're
for
like,
that.
oh, this old album's dope, and I'm
It
like,
is
whatever,
fucking
Dave.
dope.
I don't give a fuck.
Name one of my hobbies. Question 3.
Working too much.
Mhm.
Overworking yourself.
You get 2 points for that. Number 4. What stresses am I facing right now? Stressors plural. Am I facing right
working too much. Edit. Editing this
now?
is your
No. I'm not going to give you that because that's
Okay.
not. You can have another guess if you want.
dealing with having to date people.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fucking stressful. I'm really bad at it. When is my birthday? Question 5.
Fuck, I don't
Yeah.
know.
You know what part of the year?
No. No, I'm trying to remember. Your birthday was when me and Laura just started dating, so it would be post-April. I'm gonna say May-ish, around May.
Yep.
May 12th?
No.
What?
May 23rd.
Ah, I was close. I got the right month.
You don't get a point for that.
Oh, god damn it.
What is the date of our anniversary?
Like
what number anniversary year is this? That's a better question.
It's just like
like I guess the better.
11 years. 2006 is when we first met
Shit,
rowing.
it is 11 years.
So yeah, it's been 11 years.
Too long. What is my favorite time of day for lovemaking? Number
Oh, honey, all
Number
day,
7.
all day.
Well, I want to say that we can classify this into 3 categories: morning, daytime, or night.
Like, so
It's the question.
I guess I don't know. You seem just like a classic night man.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're just a
Yeah.
classic nighttime
I'm
man.
a post dinner.
Yeah,
I'm a post dinner kind of
dinner
fucker.
and then a show.
Well,
yeah.
maybe like a pre-dinner because I don't want to be like real bloated or whatever. Before
Yeah.
we go to the show, we fuck and then we shower and get ready for the show.
Yeah,
And then
you
also
go to
we
the show and
fuck
come home and fuck. Yeah,
yeah.
right.
That's what I'm saying.
The
Yeah,
pre and
good.
post fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What is my favorite way to spend an evening?
Editing videos and playing
Favorite.
games and drinking alcohol.
I was gonna say favorite, not most common.
Correlation.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like I spend most of my life doing the thing you described first.
Yeah.
But it's not my favorite thing to do. Okay, what kind of present would I like best? So, what kind of present would I like best? And this is difficult because I'm hard to buy for.
Yeah,
'Cause
there's
I-
like the easy purchase
'cause I
that
hate
you'll
everything.
appreciate, which is just alcohol.
But that's not what I like.
That's not what you like best.
Because I don't necessarily like alcohol.
No.
I just need it
oh,
because I am broken.
like I don't know, something utilitarian.
Real hard. Yeah, it is. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
like a new microphone or something like that.
But is that something I'd like best? See, I don't know anymore. That's a difficult one.
Something that you can like decor your office with, like that lava lamp behind you.
Fuck, you're right. Yeah, office
Yeah.
decor would be.
Yeah,
good,
just like something that you can put there and be like, "That's cool," and then never touch it for the rest of your life.
Yes, but something that I can buy and put
Yeah.
that looks nice but isn't too nerdy and I can
Yeah,
just forget about.
you just leave it
Yeah, absolutely.
and never like acknowledge it ever again.
150%. If everyone bought me that, I would be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you got. That's like, yeah, absolutely. What is one of my favorite ways to be soothed?
Oh, just cocking the bomb. Just
In my bomb?
Oh yeah. I mean,
No, that's not. You're not. That's.
oh,
You're not.
I don't know, just copious amounts of alcohol.
No, I would assume this would be from. Given the context of the quiz, I'm assuming this means, like,
If you're
from.
having a bad day,
Yeah, like if I'm having a bad day, what do I like to be soothed?
alcohol.
No, not really. That's not, I don't like that. That's just my main like vice. It's
Editing
not-
videos. I don't know. No, I don't know. Just doing nothing. Just-
No, I really
just
like
vegging.
I really like going for like a walk at nighttime. I've had a
Okay.
really shitty day and just like chatting about something else.
Right.
Yeah, so you're not getting a point
Well,
for that.
I guess sure.
Yeah. Again, that's not something you could have known, but
No.
that's the nature
I
of the
don't
quiz.
care about you in the slightest.
Exactly.
So why would I need to soothe?
11. These are so easy for you. What do I most like to do with my time off?
Drink and play video games, fam. Your
Point for
hobby.
that one.
Yeah.
For Benjamin. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. Number 12. What turns me on sexually?
Oh, dude.
Hmm.
Like blondes.
Point for that. Skinny blondes. I am nothing if not.
You're the most
Boring.
vanilla dude.
I date almost
Just blonde,
exclusively
white,
skinny blondes.
just white, blonde hair, like not too tall.
I
You're a
almost
bit of a-
exclusively date average height, skinny, attractive blonde people that are way out of my league.
Yeah.
Yep.
Almost
For
exclusively.
some reason, they all date me back.
Yeah.
It's
Who
weird.
knows? Maybe just that weird archetype where it's like,
I'm so non-threatening. It's not funny.
yeah,
Like I'm so non-threatening, but I have this edge of my personality
You're
where
the,
I'm mean enough and I don't care enough.
you're
that
like the
it's-
fixer-upper.
No, I'm not even that. I'm like
You're
I'm
like,
like
a
the
good, like, old car.
I'm an amazing husband, is what I am.
Except you never get married.
No, so it's irrelevant. But they don't know that. Number 13. What kinds of books do I most like to read?
Your own ones.
No, I hate that. Why would anyone like that? That's the worst. thing ever.
Like I don't know. Not like middle fantasy, low fantasy, not high fantasy.
Yeah, correct.
Stuff's for pussies.
Yeah, fuck elves.
Fuck elves.
You get a point for that. Okay, number 14. Oh, this is a hard one.
Spicy one.
Yeah, well, it's not spicy. It's just you've got to really think it
Just a
through.
real thinker, right?
Which side of the bed do I prefer? So I'm assuming this is like either window
like-
or wall or like what's the?
Sweat run down my balls. All right, I got it.
I didn't see that coming. Wow. Do you know what I mean? That's like a complicated question to unpack.
Well, I have a side.
See, but you haven't. I
My
don't know.
side
if
is the left.
You haven't seen my new room though, so
No.
to give you some context because I feel like this is important for you to make
Sure.
this decision. I've got so my bed is the bed head is against the wall, and on the left hand side I've got a very narrow gap, and then the window and the wall enough that you can walk, and on the other side I've got a lot more room.
Right.
So it's, do I sleep on the side closer to the window or the side closer to the?
Oh, close to the room, right? The room side.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
you don't sleep next to a wall
No.
because I don't like that's why I sleep on the left.
See, I kind of when I was
'Cause
much
my
younger,
bed is again has a wall on the right side.
when I was much younger, I used to sleep as close to the wall as I could because it was like a sense of comfort, where it was like a
I used to
barrier.
sleep close to the wall because I had a single bed and I'm a fucking big boy,
You
so I had to sleep
You're
next
one of
to
those
the wall.
people- you're one of those
That's where
people
the bed was.
that like I'm like I don't know if I should offer Ben the couch because he's just gonna not fit.
I'm gonna be like,
Or you'll have like your head on
it.
it and like your entire waist will be over the like
I'm
hanging on the
kind of
couch.
used to that, just like having my legs over the end. Yeah. It's pretty common.
Yeah, no, I feel like though that's one of those things that changes
Oh
as you
shit!
get older.
I just told you the answer to that question.
Yeah, you
I
did.
need to stop
It's
doing
fine.
that.
I'll have forgotten by the time
Yeah,
we get
no,
to it.
it's good. Yeah.
And people will be angry. That's
Yeah.
fine. Number 15. What is one of my favorite desserts? This is complicated because I'm not a big
You're not a huge
sweets
dessert
person.
dude,
I like
yeah.
savory food. What's one of my favorite desserts?
I'm just gonna have to throw it out.
You really would, because think about it for a minute.
Yeah.
Because I don't. It's complicated because I don't eat dessert usually.
A lot of the answer to this comes from like family contextualization, because it's like a lot of the times your favorite dessert is what you actually had or have
It's
had
what
a
I'll
lot
actually
of.
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm thinking like
Because I've never been off when I was
like
because
a
I was
decent pudding or like not like ice cream.
well, yeah, because I was a fat kid, right? So like a lot of the stuff
Yeah.
that I ate a lot when I was a kid that made me fat, I just don't touch. Right.
Right.
So like mainly the main part
So
of
now I don't know, maybe just like just a good yogurt and some berries. I don't know.
I do love a good fruit salad, but that's not quite what you said.
Oh no.
I love a
Okay.
good fruit salad, but
Fruit salad, yeah.
if I have to be if I have to give a fun answer, like something that's unhealthy,
Yeah. Like
I-
apple pie.
oh, no, I love a good caramel slice.
Oh, that's a
Good
good
caramel
one.
slice. And my cousin, well, my stepdad's cousin, his wife makes the world's best caramel slice. And every now and then they'll come over for like coffee or whatever, and they'll bring it,
Oh, dude,
and I'll be like, "Yo,
that's keen as fuck.
what's going on
yeah.
with that?
That's sick.
How you all doing? How's your kid?
Let me
What's
just
going
take
on?
that for you.
Let me just hold that for you, and you look that way, and I'm gonna run.
I'm gonna go.
Not giving you a point for that, but
Sweet.
you were close. I mean,
No,
that's,
I was getting there.
Yeah, fuck, fruit salad though is
Fruit
magical.
salad is good.
Fuck,
It's super versatile.
Fine.
Goes
It's
on
so
everything.
versatile. You can do it with
Yeah.
so many
But
things.
you can just have it on its own because it's just fruit.
You know what I
a
don't
good
like,
time.
and I'll be honest with you, I don't like fruitcake.
Ooh.
A lot of people have it's a very controversial opinion
Yeah.
to have, but I don't like fruitcake.
It
I
depends
don't
on
know
the
what it
fruitcake.
is, but it just it's
My mum-
it's too much.
My mum makes the stickiest, dankest fruitcake in the existence of fruitcakes. It's beautiful.
See, I like a good sticky date pudding, but I don't like
Yeah.
I don't like a fruitcake.
It's just.
I don't know what it is about fruitcake.
It's because it's more. If it depends on it can turn into like a shitty muffin.
Yeah, I have
hate
noticed that.
muffins.
Yeah, because it gets very fluffy if you're not
gets really
careful.
fluffy,
You
but
gotta
if
have
you-
it quite dense.
If you make it really dense, it just comes out almost like a sticky date pudding, which is real good.
Have you noticed that wedding cakes in Australia, because
They
there'll
all
be like a
suck.
fruitcake plus like an almond flavor or something?
Yeah,
I don't know if you've. It's
like
so
a weird
weird.
Jaffa thing.
That's not in any other country. It's just
No.
Australia. Other countries, it'll be
also,
like
wedding cake is historically shit.
well, but it doesn't have to be. In England, it's like chocolate. It'll be like chocolate, vanilla, and what the fuck is the crazy icing they have there? Starts with a
Fondant?
P.
Oh, P.
It's like a nut.
Pepperoni pizza.
No.
I don't know.
No. It's like
Pavlova?
praline.
Oh, praline.
Yeah,
Man.
they'll have like some praline shit going on in their wedding cakes as well.
Praline's like the weirdest name you could name your kid. Because it's praline is a name.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna call my
It's
kid.
very old.
See-
it's sort of like a 20s, 30s thing.
It's kind of nice.
It's a cool name. It's just
Praline.
now it's like
Oh,
it's
but it depends if you say it praline or praline.
praline.
Praline is quite nice, but
Is a name.
praline is weird, like with the short
You're
EN.
saying this like pralin.
No. Like so, there's like praline,
Yeah.
or praline.
Pra- You're saying the same thing.
I'm not. They're
You're
different.
like,
They're different. One of them is a
is
longer.
it bread
E.
or bread?
Is it bread or is it bread?
Right.
No,
No, there's like a slight accent you put on the praline.
Yeah, on the een. I just
Yeah.
never liked fruitcake, and I feel like it was one of those things that maybe as a fat kid, the fruit thing turned me off, and I never got into
You're
it.
like,
I don't
fuck
know.
fruit.
Yeah, I was like,
Give me that chocolate.
Like honestly, maybe because
Fuck
I was
raisins,
kind of
yeah.
like that when I was really young. I was
Right.
a fat kid, but like I don't know if that was what soiled me or if I just don't like fruitcake. Like I'm never sure.
Maybe you don't like baked fruit. Some people don't like baked fruit.
Baked. I don't know if I've had anything outside of a fruitcake.
Yeah, well, so that could be you just don't like.
What kind of baked fruit can like? What would be like a common baked fruit that you could get? Like, is there like a
fruitcake.
right?
like
but
apple pie is also a baked fruit.
See, I
in a
like
sense.
apple pie and I like
Apple
apple
pie is
crumble.
different though.
I
'cause
love
that's,
apple crumble.
That's mostly like the
That's more stewed fruit.
yeah.
Whereas
Baked fruit is a bit different.
yeah, I've never really had a baked fruit.
Hmm.
I mean, I've had it in Zelda, but like,
Oh my god.
okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's
I'm
continue.
sorry. Number 16. What is my favorite color? Should be easy. It's the only color I wear most of the time.
Black.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Black isn't a color; it's a shade.
I was gonna say.
I hear you saying.
I hear you yelling.
Audience, well.
I hear you yelling into your iPhone as you listen to this on the bus. Black, ladies and gentlemen,
Is the absence of color.
is the color of the shirts I wear. I think you'll find. And okay,
I was gonna say like
let me ask you a question. Why do I only wear black shirts? And you'll know the answer immediately.
because it's slimming.
No. Also, well, that, but also.
Oh shit! I thought I was right on point.
No, that was close. That's that's not it at all.
Is it professional? I don't know.
No. Think more utilitarian.
Because you don't have to fucking wash them at all.
No.
Because you don't get stains on them.
What? No, I wash them every time I wear them.
Stains
What are
don't
you
appear on black.
You're gross. No.
You said utilitarian. I was like, I don't know.
No. Because we're both very sweaty boys.
It doesn't. It hides.
So
Sweat.
I wear a lot of black because you can't see sweat on black.
Stains, sweats. Yeah, it's
Not
kinda
even.
meant the same
Don't
thing.
fucking kid yourself, mate.
Anyway.
All right, you fucking piece of shit. Try to take the credit for that one. Good. No, that was
Give me
good.
a point for that.
For what, the color? Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking guessed it, mate.
All right. Settle pedal. Okay. Okay. What number 17? What was my favorite vacation? This is difficult because I never take time off.
Yeah. I don't
Now
know.
you know that I see this.
You go to Melbourne a lot, I guess.
I do. But what's my favorite vacation? Like if I had one that was my favorite.
I don't know where you've even been.
Mm.
Bloody fucking. I mean, you're going to New Zealand soon. Can I like preempt that you'll probably enjoy that?
No, because you don't know I will. Because I'm a
No.
miserable git.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. You've been to like. I don't fucking know where you've
It's just
been.
hard because I never go anywhere.
Yeah, Melbourne. Fuck it.
But like it's like a specific trip, is what this question is kind of trying to get at. Like one trip I particularly
One trip in
enjoy.
particular?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. I don't know. We went down to Melbourne for the first time to meet the Sandspans people.
Yeah, it's a good one. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
that,
scoff
fine.
that.
Yeah, you got a point. You worked your way up to it. So
Yeah.
I appreciate the effort that you put into that one. I'm not giving it to you because you were 100% correct, but that was one of those. That was a trip that I enjoyed, not because I loved going to Melbourne, but the experience of getting in a room with people like Zamet and Jackson, and then Zamet sort of helped me mentor and structure the podcast of how we know it now, and he really helped me find my feet as find a professional way of doing what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that was something that I'd never had before. And it was just,
Thanks, Zamet.
well, yeah,
Love you.
well, kind of, but it's at the same time, it's a mutual respect thing where we
Right.
had there was stuff that we talked about that we worked, he and I back and forth about that they were going to do that they're now just doing now. That was sort of still in the workshop.
Oh man,
phase.
you were in the loop.
Well, yeah, it's interesting, and it's interesting to see the production cycle for them. It was just for me, it was a really enlightening experience to be once again reminded that the people that I listen to and enjoy the content of is still just people.
Yeah.
Right. And that's one of the reasons I love going to Melbourne and hang out with the whole Sandspans crew, is that it just is a nice reminder that the people that you listen to and enjoy content of are just a bunch of blokes,
Just fam.
and they're
just
fam hanging out doing their thing. You know what I mean? And that's good.
What are we, 18?
Yeah. Well, you started it. Number 18, which I thought you were doing a joke, but you actually meant the number of the question.
Yeah, I meant number 18.
Number 18, which sports team is my favorite? Again, a toughie. Which sports team is my favorite?
Brisbane Raw. I don't know.
No.
You're wearing a Socceroos shirt, so
I this was a hand-me-down.
right.
Think
mean-
Scottish, think football. You're never going to get this.
No, I was like, that doesn't help at
I
all.
can see a shirt. I can see a hat for that team right now. You can't see it from where you're sitting.
Oh, what is that? That's. I'm getting up.
Ben's getting up to have a look. Oh my god, that looked painful.
Rangers Football Club.
Yeah, you're not getting a point, but well done.
Okay.
I just wanted to make you get up.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my god, Ben.
Oh, we're back.
You were
Dude,
really-
I'm like nested in this chair, dude. It's hard to get out.
Ben is sitting on one of the my 10-year-old
These,
IKEA,
like, IKEA chairs, yeah.
and he's basically horizontal.
Yeah, and like the mic is just like hanging over. It was a real struggle to get out.
It's not your fault. It's just those chairs are suspension chairs, and you have a lot of mass, so it kind
Yeah.
of like rocks back a lot.
Oh, it's nice.
It
though.
looks stressful. It looks comfortable though.
That's
It's
It looks stressful and comfortable.
no, sorry. As in, it's stressful to look at, but it seems comfortable
Oh,
to
that's
be
good.
in. No, good. You don't get a point for that, but I appreciate the effort
Sweet.
of getting up. This is a good one.
19.
19. What foods do I hate? What foods do I hate? This is a good one.
Fruitcake. I don't know.
Ooh.
you mentioned this before.
I don't know if I hate fruitcake.
What
just don't
foods
like
do you
it.
hate?
See, this is tough because we try not to eat, or if we do,
We
always
don't eat together. We drink together. There's a big
There's a
difference.
fine line.
I mean, if you ask me like what alcohol do you hate, I could just list.
Okay, fine. I'll sub that in. What alcohol do you hate? What alcohol do I hate?
Anything that involves like anything that's slightly related to Irish whiskey, you fucking hate. You
Do
don't.
I?
Oh yeah, you do.
Name one. Irish whiskey.
Bailey's.
Yeah, you're right. I do.
The
Shit,
classic.
I never thought of that about myself, but I guess I do.
You don't like cider.
Yep.
You don't like.
Well, cider makes me ill. I get like
Yeah.
I like actually get.
You don't like
physically
rum?
Sick. I do like rum. I just don't like people that drink rum. It's different.
I don't know. Anything obviously sugary, shitty.
Yeah, basically vodka. Anything
Yeah.
that's like clear and dumb. Yeah, no, I like rum. I just
you
dislike
a
people
red
that
or
like
a
rum.
white wine person?
Oh, okay.
I put you in a red just because your mother is a teacher.
No, white
No,
wine.
you're a white wine.
Here's why.
I'm more of a red, dude.
Here's why.
I like. It's like
I want to defend myself for a
Sure.
minute because I should be a red
white
wine
wine is
person.
for pussy.
Because I am an alcoholic, so I should be a red wine person.
Yeah, exactly.
But however, I want to defend myself.
Red wine is like it's that wine you drink when you have when you've lost all
when you have a
hope.
drinking problem. I want to defend myself. The reason I drink white wine is that it gets me real fucked. And the reason
That's the only reason you drink wine is to get fucked.
so I don't drink it often because I know it'll
Right.
get me fucked. And it's the only
True.
thing that does anymore. Which is not something to be proud of, but well, that and vodka, because vodka is poison.
It's like, man, I just do cocaine all the time, but I keep the heroin on the side because the heroin still fucks me up.
It's exactly that. So that white wine and champagne. It just
Oh, I love me a
Champagne
good
gets me
bubbly.
white
yeah,
girl wasted.
I get fucked on champagne.
I
Red wine doesn't hit me too hard.
red wine I'm fine with. I just don't like
yeah.
it. Like I just don't enjoy it. I'm gonna give you a point for that.
Woo!
Well, you did your best.
Yeah.
Number 20. To round out David's half of the quiz. Do I have a secret ambition and what is it? This is hard because I'm pretty surface level with everything.
You are.
I have a
yeah, your
secret
personality is your ambition. Fuck.
Literally, it is.
Yeah.
It's. I'm not
Secret
complicated
ambition.
at all.
I
And
don't know.
everything I am is on the surface.
Maybe your secret ambition is you just wish this was all over. You wish just you just wish for death. You just wish for it all to be ended.
Yeah, that's not bad. I feel like I should probably give you a point for that because that's maybe.
Because like your secret, your actual ambition is kind of what's happening right now.
My actual ambition is to. Yeah, I was gonna say my secret ambition is to lie in
Is
a.
for it to just be over and to
an
lie down and play
air-conditioned
Zelda
room.
for the rest of your
Yeah,
life.
and just die quietly.
Oh.
Yeah, you get a point for that.
Oh, yeah.
So out of 20, you finagled yourself 16 points.
Oh, dude, I only got 4 wrong.
Yeah, well, kind of. I was
You
being,
gave
I was,
me.
I was being fairly polite.
I'll be generous then.
Yeah, so I'm
Man.
gonna hang on to this, and I'm
Alright.
gonna give you this. So
I'll scroll up.
you can go get yourself another beverage if you want. This could be an intermission.